The ghost of JY5 is a myth that developed around the 2020s that involves the Chalice Dungeon glyph JY5YHGK7. This glyph was a popular location for fight clubs and other such activities. There were rumors going around that the dungeon itself caused connection issues. However, there was never any proof of this claim. Eventually, the story kind of evolved into a sort of meme urban legend, where a ghost later was included into the mix. Here we have our first texture bug, recorded by Nil. Texture bugs aren't all too uncommon in Bloodborne, but normally I don't see them on this scale. Obviously some sort of blood texture got absolutely splattered everywhere. This looks like it could be part of some 2000s creepypasta. While it's quite marvelous, we haven't even touched the surface yet. It only gets more interesting from here. This is a submission of my own. I was at a fight club in central Yharnam and ended up dueling Crunchy Cheese. After the duel, I ended up swapping my attire back, and then this happened. Pretty wild looking. Even crazier is on the abdomen, it kinda looks like the Eye of Godwin from Elden Ring. After unequipping and re-equipping my garb, the texture bug was gone. Never had this happen again, and haven't seen any other recordings quite like this one. Reddit user Jirochitsuki, I think that's how you say it, discovered this insane texture bug a while back. Recently, I somehow came across this video after all this time. Honestly, I've never seen anything quite like this one either. The eye and the face that get displayed are super unsettling. I believe the eye is from the player character, and the face might be from the Bagman Thumerian, but I can't entirely be sure. At one point you can even see almost a snapshot of the player in the tombstone as well. This is definitely among the most unique texture bugs I've ever seen. In the early days of the old Hunter DLC, on rare occasion, 2 adversaries could invade. I personally have only seen 2 videos of this happening, one from FNC and another from Thamer Al Sager. I personally believe FromSoft actually patched this out, as it was not intentional. However, it really should have been. The 5-player limit being limited to very specific Chalice dungeons was a massive wasted opportunity, and a fumble in my opinion. Many such cases when it comes to FromSoft Online, I guess. In this clip, Battlemoose loots a host's item before promptly being disconnected. The prospect of stealing a host's items is honestly quite hilarious, but I believe this was a form of team type bug that caused this. For those unfamiliar, team type refers to who can attack who in these games. For instance, a host and blue phantoms are on the same team type, and 2 adversaries are also on the same team type in Bloodborne. It's my theory that the game bugged and considered Battlemoose the host for mere moments before disconnecting him, but I could be entirely wrong with this theory. This clip was submitted by Endall, and I can only assume it's some sort of desync. I'm gonna be real, that's really my best guess on this one. Some years ago, I came across a clip that kinda kickstarted the whole idea for this video. In a video posted by Below Average Gamer, we see an individual clearing mobs in this tight hallway, post Ludwig's boss fight, when suddenly they are parried out of nowhere. At first glance, it appears as if the player ghost may have been the culprit. However, this seems a bit fantastical. I made some considerations to it perhaps being a Save Wizard invader, but that theory quickly fell apart when I read the description of the video, which indicates that the individual had just beaten Ludwig and just entered the hallway, meaning there is no possible way this could be another player. I then considered maybe there was a chance he was the culprit. Maybe there was some sort of glitch going on to where the character was clipped through their prison cell and for some reason was not visible to the player. Upon further research, though, it became clear was no longer a suspect. The player was parried by a shotgun type weapon. However, uses a repeater pistol. So I had to go back to square one. I eventually talked to a couple friends of mine about it, when one of them told me they too had it happen to them. Hallowak provided another video showing the exact same occurrence. He offered up a theory that maybe it was some sort of glitch with Brador's quest, and suddenly everything clicked. Brador invades this area at the end of his quest line, and he also uses the Ludwig's rifle, which is a shotgun type weapon. We have our prime suspect now, and I am almost certain this is the answer. However, why this happens, or how to trigger it, is beyond me. I tested this exact scenario several times, but got no such results. So I guess I will leave you with this advice. Watch your back when you go down that long, dark hallway. There's a vengeful spirit there. A long time ago, I had an encounter that I had no explanation for. I was walking through when I suddenly got knocked over and a large chunk of my HP was gone. For years, I was clueless as to what happened. This was until a friend of mine uploaded a video. Foxy hooligans encountered this same bug, and in their investigation, it turns out that a hitbox for one of the giant boulder traps is teleported to the correct location, as seen in this footage. I highly recommend watching Foxy Hooligan's video on this. As with all submissions, links to the clips used in this video will be in the description if applicable. This submission was sent to me by Skulkin. In his video clip, he records some insane move swaps that are seemingly brought on by his extremely cooked, overheating PS4. Why an overheating PS4 would cause this, I have no clue. But that's the only variable that we know of that was at play. It seemingly was not repeatable, so my best guess is the cooked PS4. This is a clip that was sent to me years ago. The video was recorded by... This is another one I really have no explanation for. It really is a one-of-a-kind clip. I've tried looking for anything similar to this and I've found absolutely nothing. Again, I really wish I had more to say on it, but I can't pretend to have any good theories on this one. If there's anyone who thinks they have a good explanation for this, please leave a comment below. Your ears don't deceive you. That is indeed the Brador bell ringing sound effect from the DLC. This is another one of those where I have no good explanations for this, like, at all. His Brazil net was just so strong, he summoned an outer god or something. I really don't know. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I know it's a bit different from what I normally do, but I've been having fun with these lately. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you to those who submitted clips. And if you want to see more of this, you know what to do. Like and subscribe.